Getting high quality annuity leads with people that actually want an annuity can be challenging. Maybe you've tried doing things like cold calling, cold emailing, networking events, relying on referrals, word of mouth, sending out direct mail, or maybe you've even tried buying leads from another lead generation or marketing company and you're frustrated with the results that you're getting. If so, you're not alone. For over 10 years, I've helped hundreds of financial advisors, including many insurance agents and financial advisors that specialize in annuities, and I've seen what works and also what doesn't work. And some of the biggest problems that I found just by speaking to different advisors is that when it comes to lead generation, most of the leads they generate are either very low quality, or they can't get a hold of them, or they're very expensive. So in this video, I'm going to show you both free and paid ways that you can generate exclusive annuity leads with people that actually want an annuity, and not just any annuity leads, but annuity leads with people that have at least $500,000 or more to invest into an annuity. So let's get started with the best paid strategies, and then I'll move on to the best free strategies. So for the best paid annuity lead generation strategies, the first channel I would recommend that you use is Facebook ads. And Facebook is incredibly powerful to generate annuity leads because it has a huge audience of older demographics or older people that are using that platform. And on Facebook, you can target people based on their income, based on their wealth, based on whether they're actually looking for an annuity. And you can even target people based on different problems that they have related to retirement, such as not running out of money in retirement, or not risking their money in the stock market or something like that. Or maybe they're just looking for peace of mind and security, and they don't want to worry about losing their nest egg that they've worked hard for. You can target all of those people with an annuity using Facebook ads. However, the problem is most people that run Facebook ads never see any results. And a lot of the time, it's not because Facebook ads doesn't work, it's because the strategy that they're using isn't very good. So a lot of the time, what I've seen is when people try to generate annuity leads on Facebook, they'll just send people to their website or a contact form or something like that doesn't really provide people with any value. Instead, I recommend sending people to a video sales letter. And this video is really designed to build trust, to explain to people the value that you provide and why working with you is better than other alternative solutions that are out there. And if people like what they hear on that video, they can then click a button below the video to schedule a call and learn more about working with you. And if you do this in the right way, if you say the right things in the ads and the right things in the video and you target the right people, you will be able to get leads and appointments with people that are actually looking for an annuity. And best of all, these are not just leads and appointments that you then have to call and chase in order to get an appointment. These are appointments with people that actually book a call on your calendar. So they're booked appointments with people that are interested in learning more about how you can help them. But again, to do that, you do need to have the right strategy. And if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the strategy that we use and how to set up this video sales letter that I just mentioned and what to say in it and all of that kind of stuff, then just check out the free masterclass training that I've recorded. I'll include a link in the description of this video so you can check it out. And in that video, I go through in a lot more detail about how you can set all of this up. And one of the beautiful things about running Facebook ads is that once you have your Facebook ads up and running and they're ready to go, Facebook will tell you what your cost per lead and cost per appointment is. So for most of my clients that sell annuities, for example, their average cost per appointment is about $200. So that's $200 for a booked appointment, not for a lead, but for a booked appointment that typically has about $500,000 in investable assets to put into an annuity. So once Facebook tells you what your costs are, let's just imagine they're also $200, you can then decide how many appointments you want each month. So if you're paying $200 for an appointment and you want 10 appointments, you just pay $2,000. If you want more, you pay more, and if you want less, you pay less. But the point is you are in control of how many appointments and leads you get every single month. And best of all, you don't need to pay another marketing company or a lead generation company for leads, because what happens is when you pay for leads, oftentimes that lead generation company is generating the lead on Facebook or another channel like that, and then they maybe generate the lead for $50, $100, or $200, or whatever it might be, and then they resell that lead to you for $200, $300, $500, or again, whatever it might be. But the point is they're going to add their markup on top when they resell you that lead. And sometimes they even share that lead with other advisors, which decreases the chances that you'll actually get that lead to convert. On top of that, a lot of the time when you are buying, the leads are just filling in a form. And when they're just filling in a form without watching that video that explains how you can help them, that's the reason why you have to chase the leads to get an appointment, because they don't know anything about you, they don't trust you, they don't like you. So why would they really want to speak with you? So when you get rid of that and you just actually have a video that people can watch that explains the value you provide, and then if they like what they hear on that video, they then schedule a call, you're naturally and logically going to get much better quality appointments as a result, because they like what they hear on the video and they are the ones booking that call because they want to learn more about how you can help. So Facebook ads is really good to get fast results. It's really scalable, and it's also pretty much automated most of the time. You know what, you might have to run some tests to find the right ads and to get them converting in the beginning, but once it's all up and running and working, the ads can run for years down the line. I've got clients that have been running annuity ads or ads for financial advisors, and they've been using the same ads for years without needing to change them. As long as your audience is big enough, you can actually do that. So Facebook ads can work really well for financial advisors, but there are some cons. The cons are, like I mentioned, that you need to have a good strategy in order for it to work. So you need to have and say the right things in the ads, and you need to say the right things in the video in order for it to convert. Otherwise, it's not going to convert. So you need the right strategy in the first place. And the second biggest con is that it's not free. You have to pay for ads. And if you stop paying for ads, then the leads stop as well. So there's other ways that you can generate leads for free, which are more profitable because you don't have to pay for ads, and also they're evergreen, which unlike ads where if you stop paying for them, the leads stop, with these evergreen strategies that I'll show you later on in this video, you just have to do the work once and then it gives you leads every single month for years into the future. But anyway, like I mentioned, Facebook ads is a good channel. It has some pros and cons, but overall, I think the pros do outweigh the cons. Another really good paid lead generation channel for getting annuity leads is TikTok ads. And TikTok ads might surprise you, because a lot of financial advisors and insurance agents that I speak to, every time I mention TikTok ads, isn't that just for young people? But the reality is, the answer is no, not anymore. A lot of older people are using TikTok ads. In fact, there's over 9 million people over the age of 55 that are active on TikTok in the USA alone. And more older and wealthier people are joining that platform every single day. So the good news about running TikTok ads is that it works almost exactly the same as Facebook ads. So if you can run ads on Facebook, you can also run ads on TikTok without any issues. But the big difference is that on TikTok, there are fewer advertisers. So because there are less advertisers, this means you pay less money to target the same people that are on Facebook or Instagram or Google or YouTube or whatever other advertising platform that's out there. You can target those same people and generate the same leads, but at a much lower cost. So for my financial advisor and annuity clients, I found for 4 out of 5 of those clients, when they've tested Facebook and TikTok ads together, most of the time they get better results on TikTok. And by better results, I mean a better cost per lead, a better cost per appointment, and a better cost to acquire a new client. And it's all because there's less advertising competition. Now, it won't be like this forever. As more people start to catch on that you can generate leads at a lower cost on TikTok ads, the advertising cost is naturally going to increase. The same thing happened with Facebook going back 5 years. It was very cheap in the beginning. As more advertisers started to use that platform, the cost started to rise. And the same thing is happening, or at least will happen, with TikTok ads over time. So what I would say is make the most of it while you still can. And if you'd like to learn more about how to use TikTok in order to run ads successfully, be sure to check out my free masterclass training. Again, there's a link in the description of this video. Now let's move on to the free and low-cost organic lead generation strategies. And one of my favorite free, low-cost organic lead generation strategies to get annuity leads is blogging, or in other words, using search engine optimization to rank your website at the top of Google for different keywords related to annuities. So you might be wondering, how do you do this? Well, it's very simple. All you need to do is answer questions that your potential clients ask that are related to annuities. So it could be, what are the best annuity providers? What are the best annuity companies? How do I find the best annuity? Or, stocks versus annuities, which is best? Different keywords like that. Usually if the title of the article or the question has the keyword best or how to in it, it's likely going to perform quite well, because most questions people ask, they're either looking for the best of something or they're looking for how to do something. But the point is, if you answer a lot of these questions on your website, website in the form of an article, if you do that enough times, you start to build up what's called topical authority with Google. And topical authority with Google is when you talk about a topic a lot and you get to the point where Google believes that you are an expert or an authority in that topic. And usually you have to create at least 50 articles in order to actually get that topical authority. Sometimes, in some cases, it could be 100 articles. So you do need to create a lot of content. There is a lot of work that you need to do in the beginning to achieve that topical authority with Google. But the good thing is that once you achieve that topical authority with Google, and once you are an expert and an authority in Google's eyes, you can then rank and get leads for years into the future. So yes, you have to put in the work in the beginning to create these articles and create that content, but you can have articles that rank for months and years into the future, and articles that generate new leads for you and your business for years into the future without doing any additional work. And that's one of the things I love about ranking at the top of Google for different keywords, is that you do the work once in the beginning and then you can get leads for many years into the future. And also, thanks to AI, it's now easier than ever to create articles. In the past, you would literally need to sit there on your laptop or on your computer and literally write the article by hand, word by word. But these days, with tools like ChatGPT, you can create articles for you. You can even use tools like Surfer to create 2,000 word articles at the click of a button that are already optimized with headings and images and things like that, pretty much out of the box. So even though there is a lot of work to do in the beginning to create these articles, it is now easier than ever to actually do this. However, you need to make sure you don't just create all this content for nothing. A big mistake that I see people make when they're creating content is that they create all this content and it even starts ranking at the top of Google, but then they don't get any conversions from that content, and that content doesn't convert into clients or into leads or into anything really. So to make sure you don't make the same mistake, it's very important that when you create a new blog or a new article for your website, it's very important that you send people from that blog not to your contact form and not to your contact page or anything like that, but you send people to a sales funnel. Because usually if you just send people to a contact form or a scheduling page, you can get some conversions. Usually about 1% of people will convert from a blog to a contact form. But if you send people to a video, and that video is going to be your sales funnel, a video that explains how you can help them, how you solve a problem that they have. If you send people to that video first, you can get a 10, 20, or even a 30% conversion rate. So imagine going from 1% to 20%, right, in terms of your conversion rate. And imagine getting that jump in your conversion rate just by having a link to your sales funnel where people can watch the video you've recorded. So make sure you do that if you do create any blogs, if you want to get the most amount of leads and appointments possible from all the hard work that you put into creating articles to rank at the top of Google organically. The next platform that you can use to generate leads for free is YouTube. And YouTube works in almost exactly the same way as blogging. The only big difference is that with blogging, you're creating an article, so it's going to be a written article. And with YouTube, you're creating a video, kind of like the video that you're watching right now. So you're watching a video on YouTube, and in your case, you would create a video on YouTube that answers questions your potential clients are asking. So you could actually talk about the same topic. You could have a blog post about the same topic, about, what is the best annuity in 2024 or 2025 or whatever it might be. You could have a blog post that talks about that, and then you could have a video that talks about the same topic. So you could actually create a written version and a video version of the same topic. And that way you can appear at the top of Google and also at the top of YouTube as well. So the pros of using channels like Google and YouTube is that you get free leads, so you don't have to pay for ads. Maybe you have to pay for software or maybe, a freelancer to write the article if you don't want to do it yourself, but you could in theory just write it yourself for free, or you can pay someone to do it for you if you want to save some time. But the point is, it's a lot more low cost compared to running ads, and also it's very evergreen. So once you create the article or the video, you can get traffic to that article or video for months and years into the future, and that traffic or those views will then translate or convert into leads, appointments, and clients, and that all happens automatically behind the scenes. So it's also very automated. Yes, again, you put in the work in the beginning to create the content, but then that content can help you generate leads and appointments and clients for months and years into the future. Another big advantage with creating content for either YouTube or for your blog is that you can use this content to help you convert your leads. So if you're generating leads on Facebook ads, for example, or TikTok ads, you can send people the content you've created on YouTube in order to help you get more conversions. And especially when you're dealing with people's retirement savings, a lot of the time it requires a lot of trust before people work with you. So if you just have, maybe one blog or one video or just one ad that they see on Facebook, sometimes that's just not enough to get people to trust you. But if you have a video after video after video on YouTube where you're answering people's questions, you're providing them with value and you're helping them, each video is going to build up a little bit more trust with your leads until eventually they convert. And I've seen this happen so many times where you always get a few conversions from your advertising campaign in the beginning, but the vast majority of conversions happen down the line through your follow-up emails and through additional content that you create through YouTube videos or your blog. And it's those videos and that extra content that really allows you to maximize your conversions and really get the best results. The only con with blogging and creating YouTube videos is that you don't get fast results. So with TikTok ads and Facebook ads, you turn on your ads and you see leads coming in pretty much straight away. But with Google and YouTube, you create content, but you don't see leads coming in straight away. It takes time and you need to build up enough content to become an authority before you start seeing leads. So typically for most clients, this takes usually around 6 to 12 months. It really just depends on how much content you create and how quickly you create that content. But if you're creating 1 or 2 articles or 1 or 2 videos a week, you're probably looking at about 6 months onward before you start seeing any traction from that content. But again, it does take time to see results, but you're just doing the work once. You're investing in an asset that you own, which is the content, and that content can then deliver leads for years into the future. So it's a very long-term strategy when you're creating content. And of course, it is very profitable because you don't have to rely on ads or you don't have to pay for ads to generate leads. So typically for clients, what I will recommend is to do both. I would recommend to do Facebook and TikTok ads in the beginning to get leads right now, and then in the background, work on the organic stuff like your Google blogs and your YouTube content so you can start generating leads organically in the long term as well. And in that way, you get the best of both worlds. So if you want to learn more about how you can do that, be sure to watch my free masterclass training, and I'll include a link in the description of this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.